Hello, welcome to Grief and Bereavement Therapy, the fall semester. My name is Beverly Rogers, LCSW, and I'm your professor for this course. The purpose of this video is just to go over the course schedule that you see in front of you that you can find on Blackboard, and just go over generally what the dates are and assignments, so that you kind of get an idea of where we're going. On Monday night, we're going to be meeting Monday, October 17th from around 6 to 7, and I'll go over things in much greater detail in terms of the assignments and the course expectations, and give you an overview of the subject matter. The attendance of that meeting and any subsequent meetings are completely voluntary. They're not mandatory. I won't be taking attendance, and I will be recording those and putting them on Blackboard for later, so you'll be able to get all of the content when you need to. But tonight, I just wanted to go over what you see in front of you to give you a good overview. So you can see up here, this Zoom link will be the Zoom link for every one of our class gatherings, as well as office hours and any other meetings that we have, and our group presentations, which we'll talk about later. So this is the only link you will need for this course. So it's right up there. So you can see that all the way over here on the right-hand side will be all the assignments, and all the assignments, unless otherwise noted, are due on Sunday nights at 11:59 p.m. I didn't want to put midnight because then that gets confusing. So 11:59 p.m. Our weeks are going to run from Monday morning until Sunday night. So the 17th is Monday to the 23rd on Sunday. Our first class meeting will be next Monday, October 17th. We'll go over course expectations, review the syllabus, and we have an in-class activity, which I have given you some information on the email that I sent, and also in the announcements section of Blackboard. At the end of this week, what will be due is a topic worksheet, and that we'll explain that more later, but you can find the worksheet itself right here, and also in your syllabus, at the end of your syllabus, and also in a section over here called Group Presentation Resources. So there's 3 places, 1 worksheet, and that's due October 23rd. So like I said in your email, you might want to think about number 1, is there anybody that you know that's in the class that you might want to work with on this presentation? And also number 2, if there's an agency that you would like to interview with regard to their approach to grief and loss issues. So again, I'm going to be explaining that more on Monday night, but just be thinking of those things, and that's where you can find the worksheet right there. The second week, we'll be meeting again on Monday night from 6 to 7. We'll be discussing the mourning process and models of mourning. The assignment that week is your first discussion board post, which is grief intro and the mourning process. The third week will be October 31st to November 6th. We will not be meeting as a group, but I will be meeting with each individual group to see where you are in the process of contacting and setting up your interviews for your group presentation. So before this date, I'd like you to go, as soon as you form your groups, actually, go to this link here. It's a Google Docs, and you can set up a time for a 15-minute interview with me, where we can just check in and see how things are going with your with your project, and I can help you with any problems or answer any questions at that point. There is also an assignment due by Sunday night, and it is a case studies worksheet. Again, we'll go through that a little bit more. That's due Sunday night. And also there's a quiz. Now the quiz, it's going to be open on Blackboard at the end of the first week of class, and it will stay open until Sunday night, November 6th. So as soon as you are finished the materials, you can take the quiz. The quiz is open book, open notes, open Blackboard. And it will encompass all of the materials, all of the class materials through the end of week 3. So as soon as you are finished with that, you can take the quiz. The quiz is 30 questions, multiple choice, and true and false, plus 2 extra credit. Okay, so that's the first quiz. So week 3 is kind of a busy week. Week 4 is Monday, November 7th through Sunday, November 13th. We will have a video of a guest speaker, Marion Mencken, and she is with Bo's Place, and she'll talk to us a little bit about Bo's Place, and she'll talk to us a lot about children in grief. There's a discussion board post due, the second one, on normal and complex grief, and that is due Sunday night at 11:59. And also by this week, you should sign up for a time slot for doing your group presentations. And here's the link for that, right there where it says group presentations. And again, it's a Google Doc. And again, we'll discuss it in more detail, but this is the link that you will need to go to sign up for a time slot for that. And at that point, you should be, working towards finishing up or scheduling at least your agency interview. Week 5, November 14th through the 20th, Monday to Sunday, we'll have another class meeting on that Monday from 6 to 7. And we will have a live guest speaker, Mary Davis, who is a Vantage Hospice social worker. And she's going to talk about her experiences as a hospice social worker and answer any questions that you have about her work or about grief work in general. So that will be the in-class that week. And here's the topics that will be covered by the course materials that week on aging and grief and understanding the death and dying process. There'll be a discussion board post due on aging and grief on Sunday night. Week 6, November 21 to 22, which is just Monday and Tuesday, because then your Thanksgiving break comes after that. So there is a lecture on cultural competence. There's some slides. There's a recorded lecture and an article to read and some different things. But that week is going to be a review of the impact of culture, ethnicity, and spirituality on grief and all of those materials. But there is no assignment due that week because it's a short week. The next week we will have a class meeting, November 28th, that Monday, from 6 to 7, where we'll talk more about culture and grief. I'll invite you to bring some of your experiences and comments on that. And we will discuss the assignment that's due. There is some information and a lecture on social media and grief support and talking about the therapist's grief. There's a quiz at the end of this week. The quiz will be open the week following the end of the last quiz and stay open until Sunday night, December 4th. And then there is an assignment due Sunday night as well your grief timeline. Week 8 will be devoted to your finishing up and presenting your group presentations. And everyone, it will be either involved in a group or a pair doing a group presentation. And then everyone also needs to observe either live or recorded presentations of 6 other groups. And again, we'll talk about that more later. And here is the group presentation link again, so that you can access that. And then on the 9th, we will have our final class meeting. I'm sorry, for week 9, we will have our final class meeting on Monday, December 12th from 6 to 7. And all of your responses to discussion post comments and all of your viewing of the group presentations are due by the end of that week. So by the 13th, which is the end of the semester. So that's a quick and dirty review of the schedule. We will see you on the 17th to talk about this more. And again, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me either by email or text, and we will see you next week on the 17th.